Hello kids. Roxy Reader here to talk with you about the story, Dragon Gets By.
Howdy kids. Book Bunny here with Roxy to talk with you about this funny story. I really laughed hard at the funny parts of this story.
Dragon is a funny shopper. I loved the part where he realized that he had bought too much food. Do you remember what he decided to do with the food that wouldn't fit in his car? Did he return it? Did he give it away to someone? What did he do with all that extra food?
I remember. He had to sit down and eat the food that wouldn't fit in the car. That was so silly of him. I don't think it was a very good solution to his problem.
What would have been better for him to do?
Well, maybe he could have returned some of the food so that he didn't have so much.
Or maybe he could have asked the grocery store to hold on to some of it while he takes some food to his home.
Those are good solutions to his problem.
They are certainly better solutions than the one he chose. I am not sure why he thought that eating all of his food would be a good solution. He doesn't seem to have very good problem-solving skills. He should go back to second grade because we are learning all about problem solving.
Why do you think that Dragon keeps having problems?
He doesn't really seem to plan ahead or think things all the way through. He sort of reminds me of a little baby.
What would you tell Dragon to help him plan things better so that he doesn't have so many problems?
First of all, I would tell him that he needs to write down all the things he needs to do. Then he could cross them off as he does them.
Making a list is always a good way of keeping yourself organized. This would also help him shop better so he doesn't have to buy so much at one time. He can make several small trips to the grocery store.
I would also tell him about the 5 food groups and help him make a shopping list so that he doesn't need to buy so much.
Roxy, isn't there a candy food group?
I wish that there was a candy food group. Wouldn't that be great? We could eat several meals just from that food group. But no, sorry. There isn't a candy food group. Candy doesn't really have anything in it that is good for your body. Candy is included in a sweets and fats food group. They are like snack foods with lots of fat and sugar. So they are not a part of the basic food groups. This food group is the smallest food group because you really don't need very much.
But Dragon buys donuts because he thinks they are from the bread food group.
Yes, he is confused. Donuts are made from flour like bread, but it would be better if he had chosen some whole wheat bread instead.
Dragon only buys food from the 5 food groups. What are the 5 food groups?
Let's watch this video to learn more about the food groups.
After 12 years, it was time for USDA to update the food guide pyramid to reflect the government's new dietary guidelines, including the importance of balancing what we eat with our physical activity. To do this, we tip the pyramid on its side. Now all the food group bands run from the top of the pyramid to the base. The different sizes of the bands show the proportion of food we should eat from each food group. The bands are much wider at the base to remind us to eat mostly foods without solid fats and added sugar. Orange is for grains. Remember to make half of them whole grains. Green is for vegetables. Don't forget to eat dark green and orange ones. Red is for fruits, fresh, canned, frozen, or dried. Blue is for milk products. Go for low-fat or fat-free. Purple is for meat and beans. Choose lean meats and poultry, and more fish, beans, nuts, and seeds. Yellow is for oils. In addition to the 5 food groups, choose your oils carefully. Now, physical activity or exercise. No matter what you call it, the steps remind us to be active every day. One pyramid does not fit all of us, so we created 12 different ones, depending on how many calories you need and how active you are. There's one that's just right for you at mypyramid.gov for steps to a healthier you.
That was really interesting.
If you like that one, you will love this funny video about the food groups.
vegetables, bread and meat. Eat from all your food groups each and every day. If you want to be real strong, to go out and play. Grown-ups know what's best for you, so listen to what they say. And eat from all your food groups each and every day. I love my vegetables, they keep me strong. With beans for protein, you can't go wrong. Juice to wash it down, water is good too. And any piece of fruit is always good for you. Eat from all your food groups each and every day. If you want to be real strong.
That was too funny. I loved the milk from the dairy food group that was splashed all over the kids. That would be fun.
Let's look at some cause and effect for this story.
Why don't you tell me a cause and I will tell you the effect?
Okay. That sounds like fun.
Here's the first one. Dragon bought too many groceries. What is the effect?
They couldn't fit into the car. That is the effect.
Here's the next one. Dragon ate the groceries. That is the cause. What is the effect?
The effect of Dragon eating all the groceries is that he couldn't fit into the car.
You are really good at this. Here is my last one. Dragon tried to push his car home. That is the cause. What is the effect?
The effect of Dragon pushing his car home is that it crashed into a fence, a mailbox, and a telephone pole.
Well, we sure did get all of those correct.
How would you summarize this story?
What does summarize mean?
Summarize means to briefly retell the story. You don't need to tell all of the details. Just tell the most important details.
Okay. How does this summary sound? Dragon looked into his cupboard and saw that he didn't have any food, so he decided to go shopping. He bought too much food, so he decided to eat some of it. Unfortunately, he ate all of the food. He wasn't able to fit into his car, so he tried to push it home. The car crashed right in front of his house.
That is a pretty good summary. You only told the most important details.
I wanted to tell about him buying donuts, but I thought maybe that wasn't so important.
You are right. That wasn't one of the most important things in the story. I can still understand what the story was about even though you didn't tell me about the donuts.
Well, Roxy, you sure have helped me learn more about this story. Thanks.
You are welcome, Book Bunny. I can't wait to read another story. See you later, kids.
Bye-bye, readers. We will leave you with this interesting video on healthy foods.